Hello class 5. I hope you are doing well. So here I am back with your chapter forest. We have done till the location of the tropical forest and the explanation where the three types of forest lies. So today we'll start with the climate of the tropical forest. So as we have read, this tropical forest is the hottest and the wettest part of the earth. So obviously the climate will be also very hot and warm and dampen. Dampen means the sand is like wetty type because it rains heavily here, so the part is dampened area. So now open your page number 55 of your geography textbook so that we can start with the chapter. Yes, now shall I start? Climate. Being close to the equator, as this forest part is close to the equator, yes, it is obviously very hot. Being close to the equator, what happens? It has equal hours of day and night. However, the nights are cooler than the days. During the year, temperature ranges between 20 to 25 degree and the annual rainfall crosses 200 centimeter. I said that this is the part where it gets the heaviest of rainfall. So 200 centimeter rainfall it gets in a year, and the temperature varies between 20 to 25. Weather remains humid throughout the year. It's a humid weather, and the sky always appears cloudy. There is no winter season. It is either rainy or dry. Either it is dry or it is rainy. Mainly it has no winter season and the sky is not at all clear. Why? Because mostly it is cloudy, because sometime or the other it is raining daily. So now comes with the natural vegetation. What type of trees we get here? As the name suggests, the equatorial or the tropical forests are thick and dense. This region has a large variety of plants with different growing and shedding seasons. Hence, these forests never appear bare and are also called evergreen forest. I told you evergreen forest. Why they are called evergreen forest? Because it remains or appears green throughout the year. Why? Because if this portion of the plant is shedding their leaves, then the other portion is total green. Or if the other portion is shedding, then this part is total green. So, never in the whole year you can see that the whole forest has shed their leaves and bare trees are standing. No. Every time in the whole year, we can see that the whole forest is covered with leaves. That is the reason it is called the evergreen forest. Now name of the plants are given, which trees we can find in this forest. Mahogany, rosewood and ebony are the main trees that grows in these forests. Now there is an interesting fact about this tropical or equatorial rainforest. There are layers of trees. To make you understand, I have done this. There are 4 layers of trees. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the topmost part. This is called the emergent layer. Then below the emergent layer is called the canopy. This is called a canopy because see, I have drawn this tree is like a umbrella shape. This is an umbrella structured tree. This layer blocks all the sunlight to reach for the ground. The sunlight is blocked by this canopy layer, so there is very less sunlight which reaches the ground. That is the reason in the ground portion it is very dampened and wet, because it does not get sunlight. So the topmost layer is the emergent layer. Below the topmost layer is the canopy layer, which has umbrella-like structured trees. Then the next layer is the understory layer, which is very moist and dark. And the last one is the undergrowth layer, which does not receive a single sunlight and the growth quality of the plants is very poor. So these are the 4 layers. This we find in our equatorial or tropical rainforest. Okay, now let's see what is given in the book. The layers, the topmost layer of the tree is called the emergent layer. The crowns of the tallest trees can grow beyond 45 meters in the height. This layer receives the maximum amount of sunlight. Obviously, it is the toppest. Below there are many trees, but above the emergent layer there is nothing. So this emergent layer gets the maximum sunlight, the maximum rays of sunlight. As the emergent is the toppest layer, so it receives the maximum sunlight. Next comes the canopy layer, which has umbrella shaped trees. Below the emergent layer, the trees form an umbrella-like layer called the canopy. The canopy allows very little sunlight to rain to penetrate the lower layers. So this canopy layers mainly block the sunlight and the rainfall. So this does not allow the sunlight or the rainfall to go to the next layers, and it allows very little. That much sunlight is not enough for the trees to grow. So next comes the understoried layer. Under the canopy is the dark understoried layer. Since this layer receives very little sunlight, it is always moist and dark. So obviously no light means the plants are not growing properly. No rainfall, that is also the same reason the plants are not growing properly. So it is the layer which is dark and moist. It is always wetty. And the last one is the undergrowth layer. The undergrowth is the ground of the forest. The layer receives very little sunlight, and consequently the growth quality of the plant is poor. Obviously no sunlight, no rain, so the ground level of the tropical rainforest is very poor and it is always wet and damp. Okay, now go to the next page, that is page number 57. Yes, these forests provide many useful products like superior quality timber. Timber means wood. Was rubber, nuts, gums, raisins and fiber. The bark of the cinchona tree is used to make quinine, which cures malaria. So quinine is used as a medicine which cures malaria. So obviously we get a lot of things from this forest. Teak and sal are the common trees found in the tropical deciduous forest. Now comes the wildlife. What kind of animals we find in this forest? These forests are home to a diverse variety of plants and animals, birds, mammals and amphibians who have adapted themselves to the condition prevailing here. Most of them live in trees and are called, the animals which live in trees are called what type of animals? Yes, they are called arboreal animals. And amphibians are who? Those who lives in both, yes, land and water. Now monkeys, flying squirrels, snakes, eagles, leopards, these all are found in this tropical forest. Reptiles such as crocodiles, alligators, turtles, then anaconda, the world's largest snake, about 20 feet long, is found in the Amazon basin, that is Amazon rainforest. The rivers have a variety of fish including the flesh-eating piranhas. Birds like macaws, toucans, hummingbirds and parrots are also found in the forest. So you see there are a large variety of animals, starting from crocodile till birds like macaw. We have anaconda also and flesh-eating fish, piranhas also. So everything we get in this tropical rainforest. There are huge variety of plants, huge variety of animals, and the layers of the forest is also important. So I will request all the students to go through this part, the tropical rainforest, read it thoroughly, because from here we are going to get many objective questions which can come in your exams. So read till here till I come with the next part. Thank you class. Take care.